Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle,
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle,
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
We are going to talk about the rules. So if you're looking on the screen right now, you will see the rules. So this is pretty much going to be tournament style. And really quick, I'll show the bracket so the guys can see. This is going to be the bracket. We're going to have first round, second round, third round, and final. So you have 16 producers. And every man for himself, man. You got to drop your best song and try to make it to the final. So let's go back and talk about the rules.
It will also be drawn at random, so you get who you get.
Yes. So there is no bias on our part. We're not doing any crazy judging. What's going on, Matias? Who's the final boss? The final boss is the big-haired guy. That's who you got to battle at the end. So, hate to spoil it for anybody, but he's the final boss, Matias. There you go. You see him? He'll be right here at the end. We move the M out of the way, and his fro just pops out. There you go. Oh man, yes. So like you said, tournament style. You're gonna get 4 points per match. We have 3 judges and 1 popular vote. The popular vote is from the fans. That's what the fans are, right? They're the 4th judge, right?
Yep. And then there's possibly guest judges too. So
yes, and we might have special guest judges as well. The person with the most points in that one round, they move on to the next round. So for total, 6 to 8 original unreleased songs per producer. Now, I know that's a huge ask, but hey, this is what I said before. It could be a minimum of 1.5 minutes, maximum 3.5 minutes. We're going to judge on originality, creativity, and vibes. We're not judging on who has the most perfect mix and, is this going to be a smash single? Like, none of that matters. We're not basing it on that. Like, we want to make sure that it's based on the music itself, the creativity, and your abilities as a producer, and just how good it feels. Like, that is the main idea there. Did I miss anything?
Nope.
Ooh, I didn't miss anything. Let me see on my list. We talked about the roles of the judges. We emphasized the unheard tracks, originality. Yeah, that was a quick. So these are the rules, guys. This is very quick.
That was pretty quick.
Like, it's simple, straightforward. I don't think there's any confusion on this. From here, I guess we're gonna meet the producers. This is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna meet these guys.
5. Maybe they both need to be. But later. How about let's run it all the way back. Okay, okay. Woo! We bring it back there, and then outro.
shaky fucking cam. Is that Ultra Cat? Is that Fat Man Scoop?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Keep the camera in one spot, guy. Now, I want to point out that this guy held his camera phone up for about 38 minutes.
Surprise, motherfucker.
This guy has a GoPro on his head. Yo, I like to point out that there's way too many fucking photographers here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. The guy with the GoPro. Way too many photographers on that fucking stage. No, look at this. 1, 2, 3. My mouth showed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. GoPro. Way too many photographers. Also, for not to even have, like, I've never seen these pictures. I'm pretty sure like a couple of them are floating around, but like, where are these pictures? Bro, this is insanity. Like, yo, let the man DJ. You got 1, 2, 3. This new guy just popped up. 4. This guy with the monster hat. 5. Holy shit. Yep.
Killer.
And now you have the fucking mascot. Holy shit. Zoom out, man. Zoom out.
Dipset.
Oh my god. There's another photographer. Look at this. And camera phone guy. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sure the guy with the monster hat is here. 7. Holy shit. There goes another guy. 8. Way too many photographers. Yo, what is this bitch doing? What is this?
Killer.
And this guy's mad offbeat. I don't know what he's listening to. Yo, she's standing up on top of this. Yo, I can't believe this.
And I love Munchi, but he's not really doing anything yet for you 13 photographers to be jumping in his face. Like, let the man DJ. Holy shit.
Dipset in the building.
Monchi, fui matado.
Yo, make some noise for Munchie! Make some noise!
This guy got a whole VHS camera down here. Why would you zoom in on this guy? Yo, what is this going?
Dipset.
No. Who let this white boy fucking break? He's pop locking. No. 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 And is she filming it like this is the next best thing? No, it is not.
Killer.
Holy shit. No. Stop zooming in on this guy. Also, can we do more of these projects? Like, I feel like Munchi was so ahead of his time with doing this like Dipset thing. Like, we need more of these like really, really well put together flipped projects. We have a new photographer who's entered the chat. And this one. Who the fuck is this one? This one, this one. He tried to tell y'all. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Let's skip forward a little bit. Jesus, this is the worst shaky cam. Yep, zoom back out. He's like, bitch, you gotta get the fuck out of here. So listen, sir, with your fucking hat that nobody cares. Yo, fuck all these hats. All you guys wearing these hats at that time and now, fuck all these hats. This guy, that guy. He's, hey, you gotta get the fuck out of here. You get, please. fuck are these people? The most hype fucking song, the most like coveted song, and all these people were just taking pictures and not paying attention to what's going on. Come on. This was supposed to be the one. Again, this guy with the fucking VHS camera. Renton, ta-da-da-da. What does that sound like? That sounds like what's up, guys? I want to give you guys a full breakdown of my song Drum and Pedal, out now. Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Patreon, Bandcamp, all that good stuff. Let's dive right into the session. So as you can see here, we got the full session. Now I'll play a little bit of the song and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we have the song here. So let's start breaking it down from the beginning. So from the beginning, we have the intro melody. The intro melody, I think, is Serum. Pull that up really quick. I don't think it is Serum. Let's see. This is pattern. What pattern is this? This is pattern 1. Scroll all the way down to pattern 1. So I think this is like a simple sound. It can't be nothing crazy. And it's literally like, what, 3 notes? 2 notes, actually. Bring it down just to this. Very, very simple. And, you know, you got effects in the beginning. Okay. Vocals. I think it says drum and pedal. Not 100% sure that it says drum and pedal, but you know, it sounded like it. So I was like, you know what? Let's go with that drum and pedal. See, it's like, but it sounds like drum and pedal. If you hear it enough, it says drum and pedal in your head. What else do we got here? We got drums. So something I always say is if you solo your drums and your drums don't sound good, then your drums are not good. So we can solo the drums here. You can hear that. We'll get rid of the vocal. Bring the melody back in. I've come, like I said, many times before. I come from the hip hop world and I like to like sample drums, layer drums, all that and stuff. So I took some ballet funk drums, some loops, and I cut out for some like, you know, I wanted that to come like high impact. Vocal in there. So we get that in there. And then on the build up. And you also have the bass in there. The bass is like, bass is is basically a bass I had in another track. I don't have the VST for it anymore. So I took the bass, resampled it through a whole bunch of effects. We could look at my effects chain for my bass. Where is it? What channel is bass on? Bass is on channel 5. So this is my effects chain for channel 5. We have some saturation. I use Saturn. We have kickstart for the side chain of the actual bass itself. We got a mid-side EQ, and we got some frequency shifter just because I wanted to give it that like nice like tone and stuff to it. And then we have our bass on the end of it. Let me solo hear it. So you hear that. And then I bring the melody back in, but I do pitch down the melody for the buildup. And even with that, so if we go into my effects chain for the actual synth, let's look at that. Boom, boom, which I have set. So we have an EQ on it just to get out any unwanted frequencies. I use the Chris Lord. So I really, really like the pitch on this, getting that stereo wide effect, a little bit of compression, mess with the treble and the bass on it, then some color with the Fab Filter Saturn, Decapitator just to dirty it up, Destructor for some more distortion on top of it. Then you have your sidechain, another like subtractive EQ just to take out any more frequencies, and then a limiter. So if I go on the main, and I use this for like all my synths now, like I really found like a sweet spot that I like. So I'm going to use this for all my synths moving forward. So it's pretty much my effects chain for my synths. And I'll touch it up depending on what type of sound it is. But this is what I'm running everything through. So if I loop this, and this might need to be a little bit louder, so I don't think I have the limiter on. So let's put the limiter on so it's like nice and loud. This is just like for listen, and this is just for listening purposes. This is not like the master session. If I take everything off, let's hear what it sounds like when everything is taken off. Huge, huge difference in the sound. Listen to that. Now I put everything back on. It's a big difference. All right, so let's go into the first drop. So the first drop is this. So I wanted to give it like that rave sound feel and just more like the bubbling, like like Dutchy type of thing. And then the second half is when we change it up. So this is when I added the second synth in here. Now I want to pull this up so we can see what this thing is doing. So this is another Serum. I live by like Serum right now. Like Serum is my jam right now. And I can show you what this synth is. So this is just like a sound that I downloaded that I added some, effects to. I messed around with it, played around with the effects inside Serum, and gave it a nice little. And then I add the drums and everything back. So let's kind of break this down. Let's listen to just the drums and see what the drums sound like. So again, I'm big on like chops and stuff. So we got a lot of different chops in here. So I found these little horns and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna chop up these horns and like rearrange the. And that'll lead right into this second melody here. So. So let's just solo out the melody here. And then right there, we're going to go into the second build-up. Second build up there, and then you have another. Wrap it right back around. Same thing. And then we just added the dembo in there. That's pretty much it. Drum and pedal out everywhere now. If you protect this one rhythm, there is no new music. Nothing. No new reggae, because all these other reggae artists can sue every single other artist, and then one person holds the copyright, and then there's no more new music. So all you guys in the comments, I see what you're saying, but it's not true. So we're back again, part 4, dancehall versus reggaeton. So now the ruling is then, this is going to court. All the reggaeton artists try to dismiss this, but the judge wasn't having it. So now we are going to court very soon. So let's break this down. What are the facts and what can we look forward to seeing? First off, Steely and Clevy's lawyers are claiming that reggaeton is built on allegedly copying or sampling the drum loop from Fish Market. That's one. But as I've stated before in many videos, a simple drum loop does not meet the threshold for copyright protection. 2, statute of limitations. Now, this song was created in 1989. It is 2024, guys. This is a staggering 35 years later. Many careers, genres, and music outside of reggaeton has been built upon this simple drum loop. And let me tell you, it has evolved way past what Fish Market is. But this delay highly favors reggaeton artists in this case. 3, public domain and common use. When a music element becomes a defining factor of a genre, it enters public domain as a scene affair. This renders it unprotectable under copyright law. And let me tell you, the dembo rhythm has evolved and transformed way past what Fish Market was. And this has been over decades. So now the rhythm is considered common music language as opposed to proprietary creation. 4, derivative works and transformative use. Even if the judge decides that Fish Market is protectable, the reggaeton artists have adapted it in ways that constitute a transformative use. So let's break that down. The adaptations, the variations, and the creative modifications applied to this rhythm constitute a new work. According to copyright law, transformative use supports the notion that art builds upon previous works to create something new. This is how music evolves in every single genre. It's how we got jazz, it's how we got blues, it's how we got rock and roll, R&B, hip hop, all of it. All of it, guys. If you protect this one rhythm, there is no new music. nothing. No new reggae, because all these other reggae artists can sue every single other artist, and then one person holds the copyright, and then there's no more new music. So all you guys in the comments, I see what you're saying, but it's not true. 5, questionable motives. Now the judge is allowing this, but it still seems weird that the plaintiffs only copyrighted the rhythm after they filed this lawsuit. I mean, you had from 1989 to 2024 to do it. Like, this clearly undermines their position, their motives, and their intention with suing over 100 different artists and over 1,000 different songs. This clearly looks like a cash grab instead of protecting your art. As an artist, I clearly respect the right to protect your intellectual property. Like, that's truly important to me and tons of other artists out there, clearly. But if we're looking at the laws that are in place and protecting creative arts, Fish Market, the drum loop, does not fall under that. That simple rhythm that's been built upon, adapted, and transformed has become a public domain element under widespread use. I mean, over 100 artists that are mainstream, over 1,000 songs that have been popular. It truly doesn't align with the intentions of this case. So with that being said, we're gonna leave it to the judge and the lawyers and see how this goes out. I got a chance to sit down with the current king of Moombah. You guys know him as Matias. He's dropping a new single today. Make sure you go in the description and get the link for that. Download it, free download. But this is a full interview, questions of my own and from the fans of who is Matias. So here we are. This is another episode of Moombah Deconstructed, and we have the reigning king. I crowned him the king of Moombah right now, Matias. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, bro. Thank you.
Here's the first question. Where does Matias's music journey begin? Where did music start for you?
Damn, a long time ago, bro. Been making music since like 10 years ago. Not from now. And it all started with the curiosity of how to make music, you know? I mean, music always been present in my life since my dad is like a super music fan, rock fan, classic rock fan. I learned how to play guitar at a young age.
Oh, wow.
And then it all turned into electronic music.
Nice.
Started making like big room things and shit. Thanks to one friend, he showed me like you have to hear it, and I was like, what is that? Like, he was like, this is Moombah and shit is like EDM with reggaeton shit. I was like, oh, let me hear it, and that's how I fell in love with the genre since the first listening, and then discovered artists from the genre like Monchi, like you, like etc. All the kings at the time, you know.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
I love it. So what artist do you think is like what inspired your style when you first started out? Like, who was the one that was like, oh, this is what I want to sound like, this is what I want to learn from? Like,
the one and only.
Yeah, the big hair, man.
Hearing the Diplo Friends mix he did just blew my mind at the very beginning, you know.
Hell yeah.
So that's how it is.
That was a big one for the culture, man. Everybody was just like, oh shit, this is it, you know. That was inspiring, man.
It wasn't only Moombah, you know. It was the whole fucking mix of everything into his style. That was crazy. From bachata to juke to Moombah to fucking bubbling, everything, you know.
Mm-hmm. The trap stuff too, as well.
Yeah.
And he did it his own way. That was like the biggest thing. It wasn't like what everybody else was doing. It was
Till
his
then, bro,
style.
like you can still hear it, the mix. It's like, bro, this motherfucker was living in the future back then.
I feel
You
like
know?
that's what we always say about him, how he waits so long to put things out and strategic. It's just because he can see the future. That's what it is. He knows what's going to happen. He knows when the time is right. We think he's hiding. He's just waiting for the moment. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
I
That's
know.
awesome.
But
So
yeah, that's
how much do you feel your cultural background is like affects the way you make music? Because
probably.
I hear it in your percussion, I hear it in your drums, I hear it in like your sound choices. I hear it, so I'm wondering how much of that is a big influence on you.
I mean, I'm super perfectionist. You know, like sometimes that is not like the best you can do, because
Mm-hmm.
no, you know, you can never finish a song though. It's finished until you are like, I don't know, like you are good with the results at the time, you know. But
100%.
being like that makes me like force me to put a lot of details. Sometimes it's not like too much, you know, but as simple as it can get, it can help me, you know. But
I
yeah,
hear it. I hear it
yeah,
in your style. It's very like particular. You're like, like the placement of certain drums and even like the smallest sound, you could tell like it's there for a reason. It's not just like, oh, filler. You're placing things in there for a reason. That's what I really love about what you do. It's
yeah,
like there's intention in everything that you're doing. It's for a reason.
yeah, exactly.
That's fire. That's fire. So what do you think is like the best advice you've gotten from another artist that like helped you on your production journey?
Just like with you, I had the opportunity to share the studio with Monchi in Los Angeles back in the day, and it was a whole lot of new experience for me, you know.
Yeah.
And simple advices he gave me helped me till this day, and put it on practice, you know, like has made me being what I'm right now, you know.
Yeah.
And advices like less is better. um Try to change the structure every time. Even, and like make changes every certain time, you know, like
Yeah.
keep the track like interesting, give the people something that they don't expect, you know.
I love that.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. And you could tell it's like that's definitely that's like the definition of what you do, Like that's awesome. That's awesome, man. So what's your workflow like? You start with drums, you start with melodies, sample, like where do you start? What's typical for you?
it depends on the song. Sometimes I start by making the leads or chopping shit out and turning samples into a whole new song, or starting by making drums, making a good beat, and then putting the synths over the beat and shit. But yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
depends. It depends.
Definitely.
It
Now,
depends.
do you have presets or templates set up? Like you have like a go-to folder of drums or something like that? Or do you start fresh?
Yeah, I start fresh from zero.
Yeah, yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I have so many sounds that like I sometimes I don't organize it. So, but like it's good and bad because it's like I don't get stuck doing the same thing. It feels like a new experience every time.
Yeah, exactly. That's how
Hell
I
yeah.
too.
So do you have any go-to plugins that you're using like that you're gonna use every time or your favorites right now?
Nothing too crazy. Um, I use this a lot of I'm sorry, Common Crusher. I use it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That distortion is it's like unique for me. Um, and I just go and try the same shit every time. Something I do too much is like turning a sound into another sound.
I like that.
It's like using sounds that already exist, but turning into something different every time. That's what
It's
I do
fire.
a lot, but I do that by even pitch it down or chop it up the sample. Distortion can change a lot of a sound, and plugins like probably like Manipulator or Little Art and Boy. Some those are my go-to favorites.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And yeah.
How much does micro sampling play into your sounds? Like in your tracks, I always hear like a little chop here and there of different like either vocal chop or instrument chop. Like you do a lot of micro sampling, I hear in your stuff. Like how important is that?
Yeah. To me, it's super important because, like I said before, you can give to the audience something that they don't expect every single time. The tiles or in the changes every 4 bars or something like that, you can hear.
Yeah.
That's something I like to do too much.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So the Matias 2024 mix, amazing, bro. Amazing. You blew our minds. It was so fucking good. You have so many songs. How do you balance like music, life, family, work? Like, how do you balance all that? Because you have so much music, you know?
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. That's crazy, but it depends on the workflow, bro. Like sometimes I just finish a song in like less than a day, or even if it's not finished yet, at least I have like a playable version, and that's something I do for the mixes. This one is the third mix I did. So from the very beginning, I was playing like even if the tracks haven't been finished yet, I use the playable versions and mix it on the mix, right?
Yeah, no, I feel that. I've done that too. I feel that.
And that's how it goes.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, okay, gear. I know you are KRK Rocket guy. Do you
Yeah.
use headphones as well, or you just on KRKs?
No, just on KRKs. I only use headphones when I go to the street but I don't do that too much. I just make it in my home. I like to be in my spot, you know?
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the new track. The new track you're releasing here. I waited up until I was about to talk to you to listen to it. I didn't know which one it was, and then as soon as I heard it, I was like, "Oh, this is one of my favorites." So I'm so happy with that one. So tell me about that. Like, how long did this track take to create? Like, what was the inspiration? Tell me about this song and why you're putting it out for your birthday.
Yeah, this one is an old idea I have. I did it for the mix, but the idea already existed like long time ago. But for some reason I just leave it there in the hard drive. And if I'm not wrong, I think I did that idea for the second mix, but never finish it. And then the original idea was, I think it was at 95 BPM. It was like a slower version with the chop, the drop, the vocal chops are they was like a little bit different before. And then for this mix, I was like going through my project folder and found this idea, and I was like, oh shit, why did I miss this?
That's awesome.
And started working on it again and put the tempo at 108, and that's how I started again. I finished the song, mix it with elements from Dembow, from Republic at the from RD. Mix it from elements with Dembow, from Mambo and Baton shit, and that's how it turned it that way.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So now in 2024, okay, you one of the guys is making like really, really forward thinking Moombah. Like, we'll make a list. It's like you, Ice Cream, Washi, a couple other guys making really, really cool stuff. So how do you feel like about like the sound of Moombah as of right now? Like, how do you feel about it?
It's,
Because you definitely got me inspired, like to
yeah, thank
start
you.
creating stuff again. Like
Yeah. It's cool, like I just want the genre to keep alive, to still being alive,
yeah,
and bring and help maybe feel that future for it or being part of it.
I
But
think it's
yeah,
important.
I feel super happy with all these people making dope music, making interesting things.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm happy about.
All right. So now I'm gonna say from the first EP I've heard you, that was the Mis Soldados
Me so
EP,
yeah.
all the way up to Tranquilo. And then Matias Mix 2024. Like how much do you feel like you've grown and learned as an artist? Cause like I remember hearing your first EP when I got it from a promo from Munchi, and I was like, what the fuck? Like where'd this guy come from type of shit. And then following you up to now, I've seen like the growth and evolution. Like how much do you feel like you've grown as an artist? Like
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of practice, man. Like that's how you see the results. If you want to be better at something, you just have to have discipline or stay focused on what you want. From there, the results just start shining by themselves.
hell yeah.
That's everything.
So
That's the key.
that's what's up. So what is your favorite song right now? Like whether it's from yourself or somebody else, it doesn't have to be Moombah. Like what is something that you're listening to that's like, this is my shit right now?
From artists like Fred again, like Skrillex, those big name.
Yeah.
Artists like right now, like artists, one of my favorite artists is ISOXO. He's making rap shit again, but making it like now different how it was, but cooler, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
I hear
agree.
a lot of stuff. I can tell you a certain song, but I have a different cool artist right now.
Okay. That's good. I like that. I like that. All right. So how do you feel about AI right now? Like you see all the AI websites and the programs come in and type in and you have a whole full song. Like how do you feel about that right now? Like what does that mean to you?
I mean, if you use it to help your creativity, I mean, it's all good. But depending all on the AI is like kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's
Like
in the
kind of
past. I feel like in the past year, it's gotten so advanced
yeah.
from like generic to now full on song with vocals and lyrics and stuff.
And get stems. It's cool for get stem separation or maybe for vocal sampling and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But to use it to make you a full song with it, it's kind of
It's crazy,
yeah.
crazy, man. I've been finding using it for like creating salsa, merengue, bachata like from scratch.
Mhm.
So that way I can just go in there, sample it, apply it to my own stuff and shit.
Yeah.
So that's been like my experience with it, but it's come very far, very, very far in quick
Yeah.
time. It's
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
crazy.
Quick time. Imagine how it's gonna be in the future. Like shit
Oh,
gonna be
forget it. Forget it, man. I have okay. So I'm gonna ask you quick questions. Go-to bass. What is your go-to bass? I already probably know the answer, but in
I use
in FL.
plugins a lot. I don't know if you know, but already if you know, I use a lot of stock plugins.
Yeah.
And to make my bass, I use a lot of 808s. It depends. Sometimes I use Flex. Flex is a BST, a native BST from FL Studio. Or sometimes I use like the samples, the 808 samples, and
Mm-hmm.
using it like that.
For sure, for sure. Favorite tempo? What's your favorite tempo right now?
Tempo?
Yeah.
Oh, tempo like to work on?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm. Recently, I've been making like a lot of 130 from
Nice.
130 to. I've been experimenting with a lot of trap music and kind of techno type shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the favorite always gonna be like the 108.
108. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
What are you putting on your master chain?
yeah.
Or is that like top secret? You can keep it top secret.
But it's nothing too crazy. I just I don't focus a lot on the master chain,
Mm-hmm.
because for me I feel better by doing a good mix than resolving all the problems on the master chain.
Yes.
So what I do is like I'm mixing how I'm doing the track. I'm working on the track and mixing it at the same time, and at the end I just give a whole mix, a proper mix to the whole song.
Mm-hmm.
And once I'm happy with the results, I just go to the master and just a little bit of help. It's nothing too crazy. Just an EQ and sometimes a limiter that helps the
Yeah.
volume go up, or yeah, nothing too crazy.
Okay. Okay. Good. Hell yeah. They want me to ask you, are you ever gonna make Moombah Soul? Because they've been hearing a lot of Moombah Tone and other BPMs, and
I do
when
have
are we getting my?
a lot of Moombah Soul tracks. I think for this mix, I just played one that
Mm-hmm.
that inspired for my grandmother. But yeah,
Nice.
I have a lot of Moombah Soul. But yeah, I hopefully you guys can hear soon.
The fans are waiting. They want to know. They want to know if you prefer audio files or MIDI.
Audio files, MIDI too, but it depends. Audio files, I mean, they go by samples. I love sample a lot of different
Same.
stuff.
Same.
And MIDI
Same.
is more for like melodies and some different stuff. But yeah, by using samples, you can do some crazy shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, bro. Okay, how do you get past the creative block? If you feel like you're stuck and like what do you do to reset?
I just stopped making music. I mean, I love making music, no, but the greatest block is like it happens when you force your mind into work and work and work and work. And once the inspiration goes away, what I do is like stop making music, listen to some different music, do some other shit, and then when I go back to make music, I'm starting fresh.
Hell
That's
yeah.
what I do.
I feel that. I feel that. I feel that.
And a little bit salsa.
I hear you. I hear you, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Munchie or Diplo?
Yeah, Munchi, all the way.
Always.
Yeah.
Kendrick or Drake?
That one is crazy, bro. Like,
I know.
I mean, you already know the answer. Right now is Kendrick, but
Yeah.
fucking Drake make me buy a certified lover boy shirt that I'm not gonna wear again, ever again.
I
But yeah,
feel you, man.
Team Kendrick.
I feel you. I feel you, man. Hell yeah, King Kendrick right now. So where do we see Matias in 5 years from now? Like where does he go?
I don't know. That one's crazy, bro. Like, I'm just ready to whatever God's have for me.
I feel that.
Put it all in his hands.
Love that. Love that, man. Hell yeah. All right. Those are all the questions. Those are mine and the community's questions. Yo, the track is fucking amazing. Love that shit. I can't wait for it to be out for everybody to hear and go and grab it, man. It's one of my favorites from your mix. So gonna wrap it up and say, yo, thank you for checking us out and taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah.
Fucking love what you're doing as always, bro. Big inspiration. And I'm here to support you however I can, man.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Thank
Of course, of course. Hell yeah. Here we go again. We are back with another episode of Moombah Deconstructed. Got a special guest. Guys have asked me for him. I was watching him for a while. We got Vagabond Beats. So, welcome. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here.
Well, thank you for having me. It's good to be back.
Let's break down this track. You show me the part that you think that like people were really gonna fuck with, and you know, tell me how you made it. Pretty much.
All right, for sure. So let's get right into it.
Baby, when we're grinding, that's right. I get so excited. Ooh, how I like it. I try, but I can't fight it. Oh, you're dancing real close. It's real, real slow. You're making it hard for me.
Such a vibe, bro. Hell yeah, man. I love that. I love that. Hell yeah. I'm sure like that goes off as you know when you're playing in your sets and stuff.
It does.
I mean, you can't go wrong with flipping the classics, you know?
Yeah.
So how did you come with the idea to flip this sample? Like what made you do it?
All right. So I love Moombah and I love R&B, 90s music, early 2000s. So I was like, oh, why not put them together? The song was around 100 BPM already. So it would sound weird, sped up or slowed down. At the top of the project, it's where I have all the vocals. It stays pretty consistent to the original. Also, with what I said in the last interview about sound design and how that's like I made the lead in Serum.
Oh, Serum is one of my go-tos. I love that.
Yeah. So
I think it's like the other VST I pay for.
Yeah, definitely worth it. Check out Faceplant if you haven't already. It can do a lot.
Yes. Yeah. I've been seeing that a lot.
Yeah.
It's on my list of things to check out.
Yeah, they have a granular synthesis, which Serum doesn't have, but you can also have as many oscillators, wavetables as you want. So the sound design stuff. So I recorded the synth within the DAW, and then I chopped the loop up.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, and then added a brass stab, so that's where you get the.
It's dirty, bro.
Another thing I typically do in my songs is every time I make a Moombah track, I can never find a good snare, so I end up using another kick.
Yeah. I feel that.
Just like I don't want to keep reusing the old school stuff. I mean, that's kind of like the foundation of the sound.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like, okay, I want to do something different, but when I try to do something different, it doesn't sound all that great. So instead of experimenting more, it's like I'm gonna get another kick, so I can still get that low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always like the default. It's like, you know what, just use another kick. It's fine. It'll work out.
Second half of it though, another thing I typically do in my songs is I like to use a siren with a gate on it, and then
okay.
Gate. So for example, this part. So that, along with the kick in the lead, because that's one thing I had to learn was the less is more.
Yeah.
Because I used when I first started producing, I used to go crazy with the layering sounds and then have going on at the same time. But then it gets niche where certain people can appreciate it, and then other people are like, "There's too much going on." You know?
Yeah. It's like, I know you want to be a musician, but let's peel this back so I can actually dance to it. Yeah, I've had that issue playing stuff for people, and they're like, "Yeah, this is dope, man," but like, I'm not listening to this in the club, bro. It's too much going on.
Tough pill to swallow, but make it work.
For sure. Now, big question. What's on your master? What do you have on your master? I'm curious.
Pull it up. All right, Sausage Fattener.
Oh man.
Yeah, those guys. Fab Filter Pro L2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Same.
best true peak limiter I've ever
Yeah.
used.
Same.
I have a mid side EQ. Yeah, okay, here it was. Because on the sides, I shave off the low end, so it comes out
Mm,
in the mids. And then
smart.
in the mids, I'll like shave a little bit of over 15K and let that just stay like shining on the sides. So it gives it a more 3D versus, so you can keep all the low end hitting in the middle while everything else kind of dances around it.
It's fire, man. You're really a student to the game. Like, you know your shit, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, hours and hours of YouTube tutorials to teach you that. And you just
Feel
have,
you. That's like, listen, that's how I learned most of the shit I did. I wish it was around when I started producing beats because I learned all like my video stuff and my camera stuff through YouTube. But I wish it was around when I was a kid. Nobody wanted to share those secrets with you.
yeah,
Back in the days.
yeah. Because I know people who produced not nearly as long as I have, but so much better just because they have so much, the people around them. Because I didn't have other producers to kind of bump ideas and techniques off of until I came here a couple years ago. Because I've
Oh
only
wow.
been in LA for like 3-4 years.
Okay. So you're
Um,
still relatively new to the scene and stuff like that.
yeah,
But you're making waves though. It's really cool stuff, man.
yeah.
That's stuff to be proud of.
When you leave everything, you got to make it
That's
work.
it. This is it. There's nothing else. No plan B, no nothing. Fuck that. This is the option. So that's what the best way, man. Hell yeah. This is great, man. All right, so everybody can find this track on your SoundCloud and stuff.
Yes, free download. If you want to throw it in.
Hell yeah. Love that, love that. And when's the next release? Can we get a date? Is it coming soon?
Ooh, I'm very like spontaneous with it. Sometimes I'll drop a song
I
every
feel that.
2 months, and then sometimes it'll be a minute.
I feel you, man. I feel you, man. That's awesome, though. Hell yeah. All right, man. Listen, thank you for breaking that down for us. I really appreciate your time. You the man. I'm a fan. It's the only reason I reached out to you. I know I've reached out to you a while ago, but now is the time. I was like, all right, season 2, let's start lining everybody up I wanted to work with. And, I'm happy you took the time to work to speak to me here.
Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate it.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Yeah, I love Zang. I love Butcher Shop. I love Guns Anthem. I mean, Monster. Oh my God. You know what? I would say let's go with Guns Anthem first. All right, guys, we have a special guest here today. We have Ice Cream. So you might have heard his project, Bubbling Battle Pack, Volume 1 is out now on Munchie's label. Really amazing stuff here. I had to sit down with the guy. I had to get firsthand knowledge from the man himself about this project. So here we go. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, glad to be here, man.
All right. So I want to break down one of the songs with you. Which song do you want to break down with us?
Didn't think about which song yet, but what's your favorite song of the EP?
My
Let's
God.
do that first.
Favorite song? Okay, I'd say
I'm making it hard for you,
it's
right?
very hard. It's very hard because okay, I love the two Moombah Tone joints, or the Moombah Tone tempo joints. I wouldn't say they're full blown Moombah Tone because like what you're doing is like nobody's doing it. But yeah, I love Zang. I love Butcher Shop. I love Guns Anthem. I mean, Monster. Oh my God. You know what? I would say let's go with Guns Anthem first. For me, that's my personal, one that I would want to go first with.
All right. Yeah, let me just fire up my Ableton.
For sure.
Yeah, so let's start with the beginning because Munchie was also very impressed with this beginning part.
Dude. Oh my God, just that flip right there. I was like, he's bringing it back and I know what he's gonna do. Oh my God, dude. So how fast is that sped up to once it drops? Because I knew it was gonna be fast when it dropped, but I didn't know you were gonna speed up the sample like that. So when you did that, and then the chops and the way you flipped it, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, because that's like the classic thing of bubbling battles. It was like old records like played in a higher tempo. There was like 33 and 45 speed or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's where the fast sound came from. But this whole project is made in 160 BPM.
Sheesh.
That's quite fast. I don't know how people will dance to it actually in bubbling battle at this tempo, but it's possible. I've seen crazy shit.
Yeah.
So this basically like a Batman anthem, Batman anthem from Spraga bands, and maybe I can just let you hear this thing. This is without anything. So that's when I just played it normally, but the second time around I chopped it. So as you can see,
here it comes.
So those are the chops, and then with the rhythm, like this, it's like following the vocal of the song, especially like in places like this. So basically that is like just the sample, like a tiny chop of it, like only the snare.
Yeah.
And then Ableton has like this pitch thing down here, and with that you can just like pitch the sounds without like stretching it, because normally when you stretch sounds, it sounds like long. So the snare would took like 5 minutes. I'm just saying something, but it will took a long time to play, or like very short time to play, and that doesn't it loses its tonality. I guess
sure.
It's also filled with like little piece of amen breaks like this. It's all over the song, like little pieces like this.
Yep.
And then yeah, that's basically the intro. There's nothing more happening over here. So here I switched to like a drill part,
Mm-hmm.
and that has like my own drum. So when I turn off the vocals, so that's basically just like standard samples. Just drag it in, place it here, and yeah, you will see some parts for my songs are like this,
Mm-hmm.
like the tiny chops. But
Yeah.
most of the time I just consolidate it. Have like blocks like
For
these,
sure. Makes it a lot
and with
easier.
that I can move things better around, you know.
Yep.
And with the fast hi-hats like this, I did it in the piano roll of Ableton
Mm-hmm.
with the little glitches and stuff like that.
Yep. Nice little
And
touches.
yeah, and then we have like an 808 right here.
That's like one of the biggest things that stands out on a lot of these tracks too, as well, is your bass lines. Oh my god, so crazy.
Yeah,
It takes it
that's
to the
the
next
thing
level.
I love. Yeah, that's the thing I love, man. I just love 808s. I love bass. I can't actually live without it. I have to listen on a good system or like good headphones.
Oh,
I'm
of
that guy,
course.
you know. When I go at a party and someone is blasting music through their TV speakers, I'm like,
Oh,
what is this? You missing like 50% of the whole song,
song,
you know.
yeah.
But they
It's like,
most people don't care. They just want to
no,
listen and
it's us
they're cool
producers
with
who
it.
care and cry in a room to get it perfect.
Yeah, the 808, and you hear those like those bends in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's also done by myself. There's like that was the thing. I was like a FL Studio user for a long
Yeah.
time, but then I went to school and I got a MacBook from school, and there was no FL Studio for Mac,
No,
you know.
no.
So
Back then,
that
no.
was the thing. And then the people were saying, yeah, just install Ableton this, Ableton that. And I was like, yeah, Ableton. And I installed it and I was like, nah, this doesn't work for me, you know? It looks stupid, you know, when you get it out of the box, it looks
Oh
like
yeah.
full white or gray. I don't know. It looks like an old program. And
Yep. I had the
I
same
was like,
issue.
how are people working with this, you know? But I now I just can't go back to FL Studio because things in Ableton make just so much more sense. So they have like this. This is like the F tone, and when I want to make it go to an octave up, let's do that. Let's say I wanted to do octave up. I can just draw a line like this. 12 semitones is like oh, this is 11. 12 is like a whole octave, so it
Yeah.
will slide to that note, right? So basically, yeah, the whole production is filled with those tiny little
Yeah.
slides and things like that. So
That gives
it
it
makes
its
it
flavor.
interesting. Yeah, because otherwise it's just like a bland 808. It do has its different notes and things like that. But you know, the slides, it really gives it like a more human feel to it, like
Yeah.
more personality to it.
A
Because
lot more
808s
personality.
don't do that. So when I was making this little drill part, I also wanted to make those crazy slides because otherwise it doesn't feel finished, you know.
Yeah, it feels like it's
And
missing.
and I implemented the same thing with the rest of the songs because I really love it, man. I like the way that it sounds when the 808 just slide around like crazy.
Oh my god.
But this transition was totally necessary because
Oh
if
yeah.
it wasn't there and then just went from this straight into here, it would sound like whoa, what the hell is going on, man? You don't even have time to think about
At all.
the
At
transition.
all. No,
Yeah,
like
because
catching your breath at all.
yeah, sometimes I do switch like instantly, but only when you're already in the tempo and already like in the hyped or in the slow vibe of the song, and then it will blend more nicely. But with yeah, like really harsh transitions from like
It's
a
two different
drill to
vibes, you know, like
it's totally different vibes. But with this transition. Yeah, this is basically like the start of the bubbling part. And then I've just switched to another part like that. And this is like a sample from Party Crasher from DJ Chucky. It was a very popular bubbling song back in the day.
Yeah.
It was like the song that made bubbling come back back in the day, you know.
Yeah.
Those
Classics.
type of songs. It's like, yeah, it's really a classic. So I think everyone in the Netherlands knows this song and this sample. So I thought like when I'm going to make something, I have to bring in the classics, you know,
For
because
sure.
otherwise it won't connect with people that easily if they
That's smart, man. That's
they
smart, man.
don't know things, you know.
Paying homage at the same time, respect and
Another thing, maybe like every bar of my songs is not the same. Is different than and then this is different, this is different, this is different. Like every bar is different. Like it's like
such a
all
nice
different
touch.
puzzle piece together in it, and
That's
that's why it
awesome.
sounds like there's happening a lot of stuff, and there is happening a lot of stuff.
Is that a personal choice? Like you choose to do that because that's your style? Like how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think like that is my style because everyone notices that. Like, but first I have to tell them why it sounds like there's so much happening and why. Because I like the variation. I like to keep the song fresh the whole way.
Hey,
the whole
you're
way to
definitely
the
doing
end.
it.
So
You're definitely keeping it fresh, man.
yeah,
Wow.
and maybe like this looks the same, but it has like maybe this chop has like different pitches. This is like a different ending part. This is like also different. This is more like a transition already to the next part.
I like that you bring things full circle. Like I think you do it in Monster where the vocal from the beginning comes back again in the end, but it's a little bit different the way it's mixed in the song. I love that you bring all these elements back, but in a different way.
I even use my own ice cream bag for fills like this because it also helps to introduce new pieces, and maybe the tag will stay in people's minds.
Yeah,
you
it'll
know,
resonate
ice
with
cream
people.
because everyone can use any samples, and if they think, yeah, this is like a Vibes Cartel song, this what you see here, but maybe people will relate it to Vibes Cartel and not with ice cream, you know. So
Yeah.
I have to remember them. Like I made this shit.
Exactly.
I used Vibes Cartel, but I flipped it around, and
Yeah.
even the guns, man, even the guns are like little snippets, as you can see here. Those
Yeah.
light blue are the ones. If I solo them.
And just the way it fits in the song is so
Yeah.
good, dude. So good.
Because when I'm working, I don't look at anything. I just make the music and I'll make it flow like it's a cohesive thing, and I don't pay much attention about the arrangement and like this has to come back 4 bars later again or it's not like that, you know. If
Yeah.
this part sound good, I'm done with that part, you
Yeah.
know.
It does look like
Maybe
you
I
work
will,
on it by sections. Like that's
yeah,
exactly what I'm seeing here is like you work in sections. It's like, all right, now what does this
yes.
piece sound like? What does this piece sound like?
Yeah.
That's so much. Oh, what does the whole song sound like as one? It's like you're making pieces, you're taking people on a journey.
As a kid, I like to watch Tom and Jerry a lot.
Oh,
Like
that part, yes.
like the cat and the mouse. It was like my favorite show. I used to record that on like VHS tapes when they were running like marathons on Cartoon Network, and I was at school, so I couldn't see it, right? So my parents had like the VCR and they recorded the whole marathon, and I was just as a kid watching those. They're like constantly watching Tom and Jerry, and the song, the intro song, just stayed in my head for like my whole life. So I had to implement it in this song.
That's such a unique choice, man. Like,
Yeah. Nobody thinks of putting Tom and Jerry in a
no,
bowling.
especially this, like the way this song is flowing up until that point. As soon as I heard it, I was like, "What the fuck, man?"
But that's like very dry, like this,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So if I bring in the rest, see, just like a beat right here, this. But I made it sound like extra crunchy.
Like, it's such a unique choice. Like the average person, average producer is never gonna pick that. Never gonna pick to do that. And you killed it, man.
Yeah.
Killed it.
Yeah, I was hoping that no one would ever pick that because it fits me, you know. Tom and Jerry is like it's like my childhood, and I all the other cartoons were like, meh, it's nice, but Tom and Jerry was like the OG classic, full on chaos, you know, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was like fantastic.
Cool.
It was also banned in the Netherlands. Tom and Jerry was
Yeah.
banned in the Netherlands to put it on TV because it was too
Violent?
too violent. Yeah,
I mean, it was. It
too
definitely
violent.
was.
It was violent, but
still.
as a kid, I didn't think of it like that.
No, of
It was
course.
just funny, you
The
know,
way
like
it's
a
like
cat
put
in a mouse.
together for you, like as a kid, you're not supposed to think it's that bad. But as an adult, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, so Tom and Jerry was banned, and I've never seen it again on television. Of course, you can watch it on anything else, but
Yeah.
it wasn't on the Dutch Cartoon Network anymore. Yeah, and even with things like this real hi-hat is like offbeat, express. Just little things like
Oh,
that
man. Simple touches, man.
bring, yeah. And when I put it all on. Yeah, and here it goes to the Guns anthem vocals again. My plan was to just make the sped up thing of the Tom and Jerry soundtrack,
Yeah.
just like how we do with the classic dancehall tunes. But it didn't sound right for me, you know. The
okay.
fast, it just ruined like the Tom and Jerry sound that played like that. So it was here, but I deactivated it and I replaced it with things I used in the beginning of the song, like
Bringing it full circle, man. The track has so much personality, and the more I talk to you, I realize like that's your personality that's speaking through these songs, man. So good, dude.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Very inspiring, man. So give us a little background about you, because I, went through your SoundCloud, went through your IG, went through your Spotify. You've been around for a while. This project sounds like, I know we said it before, but it sounds like super polished, man. Like, wow. Like,
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I've been here for a while. I didn't release a lot of music, so it's kind of new for me to actually show it to people, you know.
For sure.
Back in the day, I remember I was with like a at the auntie's place, and there was like a computer there, and my nephew said, "Yeah, go play on the computer. There's like games on there." So I started the computer and I was looking at the desktop, like right, there's all those icons.
Yeah.
And I saw that FL Studio logo,
Oh,
right?
man.
The orange thing, and it says FL Studio
I
Demo.
know. Hell yeah.
So I was like, what is this game? You know, I clicked it and I saw all the blocks, you know, the step sequencer.
Yep.
And I started clicking and I saw a play button and I was like, man, did I make music right now?
Am
Really?
I a musician now?
Am I a musician right now? What is this? Right? So I went home and I installed it on my computer, but still, it was for me, it was still like always been the step sequencer. That was like the only thing in that program, and the rest, I didn't even know shit about it, right?
Exactly.
It was just the step, it was only that thing.
Yep.
So I started, clicking beats on it, and there were like bubbling beats coming out of it, but because I was hearing bubbling music like like since I was a child, you know.
Nice.
Maybe a nice story. My dad was collecting like tapes, like cassette tapes,
Yeah.
and I always going through his how do you call it, box with tapes, and I had my own Walkman. You know,
Nice.
people maybe don't know what
I
Walkmans were,
know,
but it was
man.
like
That's like dinosaur
the
stuff now.
tiny,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, the tiny cassette players. And I was like a kid who was like just sitting on a couch listening to tape. That was my thing, right? Music listening was
Fire.
really my thing. And then someday I found like a tape, and it had like bubbling battles on it, but I didn't know what it was. And my dad also don't know exactly what because he had tape, but he didn't listen to all of it. Like some shit was like rubbish to him, or not like interesting, you know.
Yeah.
But that tape was so fire. It was from DJ Kenneth. It was like one of the first bubbling producers, alongside with DJ Moortje, Jerry C.
That's
And
amazing,
that
man.
tape, that tape, I found it recently online somewhere, and it took
You don't
me
have the
way
physical
back
tape no more?
No, I don't have a physical tape. It was like a
man.
classic tape, you know, TDK with the
Yeah, for
handwriting on it,
sure. That's
all of
history,
that, you
man.
know. That's
Oh.
history, right? So that's where I started listening to that shit. But that was way before the FL icon, the demo, and the clicking. So I never I thought that, yeah, that's music, but it's already there, you know.
Of course.
And I don't it's their stuff, you know. I don't have to do that anymore. And then I've just started with yeah, like few years later started to making like trap beats and stuff like that. Like everybody does that, making
we
trap
all
beats,
been
making
there.
house beats. You know, house beats was like really simple. Just click in the four things and hit play, and the kicks will play. You
That's
know,
it, man.
it was like that. But I wasn't feeling that. I was like, everyone can do this. Everyone can click those four first kicks in, hit play, and then they have a beat. Just make a little melody on it, and you're done, right? That's not what I was like. What I would.
So what sparked the change? Like what was the influence that was like, yo, I'm gonna go full force in this now?
This bubbling battle thing, it really started when at least when I was planning to make it was like when it was like a guy called Randy, and he is in a group called Bubbling TV and Groove Kings. Like
Shout out
Bubbling
to
TV is their YouTube platform,
Yeah.
and they have a dancing group called Groove Kings, and they're
Nice.
pretty big in the Netherlands.
Shout out.
And I saw it, and I saw them dancing to those classic bubbling battle beats, you know.
Nice.
I was like, are those old songs, or are those new songs? No, you know, because I really like it, and it takes me back to those cassette tapes and those things, right? And I was thinking like, man, I have like all of those bubbling samples and snares and kicks and all of that. Let me try to make that shit, you know, because I know how it sounds. I know how it's supposed to sound.
Yeah.
But I make different shit, so let's see what happens, you know?
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
If you've been using any old headphones for your music production or DJ sets, boy, do I have the surprise for you. Here is the One Audio Studio Monitor headphones. Oh my God, best on the market. Let me tell you how surprised I was with this sound. First of all, look at this carrying case. Oh my God. I love the extra mile that they went just to make this carrying case. It feels like leather. I feel fancy already. Take these out, look at this. Oh my God. 50mm drivers inside of this. And again, if you DJ, you got that little flip up, turn to the side thing so you can hear while you're DJing. Oh my God. Noise cancellation. Look how big these cuffs are. Oh my God. Like I don't hear anything. Absolutely. Like my voice is like down to a minimum just using this already. Fully collapsible. Thought that was pretty awesome. But let's talk about the wiring. Now, you have your wiring, your 3.5mm wiring, amazing. Also, for your DJ sets, like I said, quality you look at that, ready. You are ready to plug in and go. Let's take this out of here. You are ready to plug in and go. Look at this. Love that. Quality wiring too. Also, if you want to use it with your phone, it gives you a wire with this. And you have your little call, stop the call, mute, unmute. Here's another thing that I thought was awesome. Share port technology. What does that mean? Let me show you. So you have share port technology on this. This is what I really love. You have one port to plug in for your own headset. Now, if you want to listen with a friend, they can plug their headset right into here. How amazing is that? They can plug this right into their own headphones and you guys can listen together. Look at the design on this. You could tell they actually went the extra mile to make these things look beautiful, as well as comfortable. It's cushion on the head, cushion. Look at this. Also, I love this because, again, if you're DJing, flip this up. You can listen, put it towards the back. Boom, that's great on there. Amazing. And when you're making music in the studio or even on a podcast, you're locked in. You hear the sound the way you need to hear it, and it sounds amazing. 50mm drivers inside, so you get crisp, clear audio, high resolution, boom and bass. You guys know what to do. This thing right here is pretty damn awesome. Oh my God, that part, that doom, 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 and then right back into it. Oh my God.
next one, yeah.
That shit like fucking broke my neck as I'm listening. I was like, oh, here it goes. No.
Yeah, so that.
All right, so we're gonna break down Butcher Shop now. So this is one of your personal favorites off the project?
Yeah, because for me, this one just sounds yeah, like it sounds nasty and raw, like how I like to hear bubbling, you know? It's like that dirty, nasty sound from bubbling. Because nowadays people make bubbling and Moonbaton and it all sounds so polished and so clean.
Yeah.
And things like that. And I do like that because it really sounds good, the new Moombaton and the new things. But this is like for the Bubbling Battle Pack, and I just wanted to also bring this back in time when I first heard these drums and these samples, you know. So I wanted to give it that authentic classic sound. And yeah, this is what I came up with. Let's
dive in.
I will play a few bars and then we'll talk about it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, that part,
so-
that doom, 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 and then right back into it. Oh my
The
god,
next one, yeah.
that shit like fucking broke my neck as I'm listening. I was like, oh, here it goes. No, it's so crazy, man.
Yeah. So yeah, let's start. This is the vocal. It's from Cutty Ranks, and the original song. I don't know what it's called, but it says "Butcher Chop" in it. So
Yeah.
that's why I call the song like that.
Somebody will find
But
it in
this
the
is
comments.
like this song of I mean this sample is this has that also that bit crush, that like that the distortion, like
Yeah.
the this way it sounds like yeah, it sounds like yeah, I already explained it. It sounds like
crunchy and you know.
yeah, it's like crunchy and then distorted and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it picks up like tones from his voice are like accentuated in like a weird way.
Yeah.
So it also did it because it will pop out more in the mix because it's so busy and you can't even follow what he's saying. But with techniques like this, when you just enhance like important parts of the sample, it will come out better, you know?
Yeah.
And then maybe you know where this is from.
I kind of do. Yeah, I'm a '90s, you know, like a '90s aficionado when it comes to those type of songs. So like, I already
Yeah.
remember it right now.
Yeah, this like from Insane in the Brain from Cypress Hill, but
Yep.
also chopped up and pitched up because every like at the end of the 8 bars they have like that horse screech sound, you know. But everyone knows that sound and everyone will know, hey, that's like Insane in the Brain. But I don't want it to put it like in your face that sound. So I
For
did
sure.
things and I did things with it, you know. See, it comes in a different place. It is reverse. The horse sound is reverse, so it's not like immediately recognizable.
For
But if you
sure.
listen carefully and you know the sounds of the drums and things like that, you can hear that's like from that song.
Good shit.
So yeah, and then there's like fillers, the tag, ice cream tag, and then we go into the drop. So basically, this is like the normal way of producing, like placing your own. Yeah, for me, I think for me it's the normal way of producing it, like putting in the drums yourself.
Yeah.
Don't use the bubbling samples, but I try to use like also use authentic sounds because this snare is the original like classic snare, you know.
Yep.
But I've mixed it with this is like a simple kick. You know, and I just build it
layering upon layer.
This is the thing, like I'm myself, like what the hell have I done? But because this it says rim shot, you know.
Yeah.
You guys know what a rim shot sounds
Yeah,
like.
for sure.
Like like a stick sound. But with a lot of processing and things like that, it started to sound like this. So it has like a tone. It has like a tone to it.
Yeah, it does.
See? So already it has rhythm. Yeah, it's very for me it's also strange to hear it like this because I've never like go through it like this way, you know? It's very important to leave spaces before you drop another thing, or even if you remove like a kick, like right in the beginning part of a bar, it will also like people will think, hey, where's the kick? And then it comes in like, oh yeah, there it is again. It has like
Yep.
we have to remove some things to make the next thing more impactful, you know?
Makes
And
sense, man.
yeah, that's what I do a lot with it. So
All right.
the next part is let me just your favorite part when it goes to
Yes.
so it goes from this. Yeah, so that now I'm going to find what that sound is made of and where it actually is. Yeah, it's like that mixed with where is it even?
It's there.
Yeah, but this what you hear here,
Yeah.
it is not a synth or a sound. It's just also a rim shot. I don't know how
You getting all
how
these
I
wild
did it.
rim shots, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, put us
that's the
on.
key. You got to use rim shots, man.
You
Omnisphere
heard
and
it
things like that
first.
are really overrated. You know, you just have to have a few rim shots in your library and you can make
That's
anything.
it. You can be
But
top producer.
yeah, and then it just drops into the next. Also a little interesting filler right here. Yeah. And then we have the Microsoft XP,
Yep, the Windows sound.
the
As soon as I
Windows
heard it, I was
sound.
like, oh, here we go. Here we go. It's gonna go
There
crazy
we go,
now.
man. And then from here I've switched to sample drums again. Yeah, so there we have this, but it doesn't have like the bass in it and the kick in it. It's all removed because
Yeah.
I already have my kick playing here. I already have my 808. So I didn't use it because it will clash with each other. You know, these
Yeah.
samples have their bass and their kicks, but you can use it because it also has you can find the pitch of it and then use it like that, pitch it correctly for your song and then use it like that. But with things like this, with different melodies, it's just better to remove the bass, remove the kick, and just make your own thing because then you can do a lot more with it. And yeah. Yeah, here it goes into another rhythm. I did switch up the pattern of the sound. Let's call it rim shot because I see it again. These
Rim
these
shot
are
number
also
6.
rim shot number 6. Yeah, and this is like that's the sound that you hear.
Yep.
It's a rim shot, and yeah, it just plays something else from what you heard here. See, and this is like basically a rim shot processed like that, chopped again, placed it in the timeline. I know it's easier to put the sample in a sampler and then play it in the piano roll like that.
Yeah.
But this is just way easier, man.
For
Because
sure.
when you're already working here and you already like chopping things up, it's very easy to just click, and then you're done.
Yep.
You don't have to put it in a sampler and find the right
Less
note
steps.
again. Yeah, this
Speed
is
up the
less steps
workflow.
to do the thing that you want, you know.
Hell yeah.
But also the vocal is chopped to make it to introduce itself again right here, because here it's like quiet and the song here the
beat drops out.
How do you call it? The synth is fading out already, so you have to have something here, and you can do
Spaces.
things like put a drum roll or a pre drop vocal or things. How do you call it? But when you just introduce the sample again. You don't need a pre-drop vocal.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
Yeah, seeing a little reverse over there. And the most what I try to do is with this drum chop. If you do the chops like make it fit with the vocals that you already have, then it sounds way more cohesive, you know.
100%, man.
You don't. This is like also like the normal drum programming, let's call it that.
Normal.
Like the traditional placing your own
Yeah.
samples in here and making. So I did still use the butcher chop thing, but only this. Now it doesn't even sound like it. He says chop
At all.
it at all. But when you play it like this, it does. It does. It's a chop. I don't know why that is. Maybe because you remember how he says chops in the sample. You
Yeah.
just recognize it, and your brain automatically converts it to
Exactly.
the word that you wanted to hear. Because I hear it a lot when you just solo different things in the tracks with vocals. It's not always the word that you're hearing, right?
Yeah.
Because now your ear can fully focus on it and it sounds like a random thing. But like this with everything on, it sounds like he says chop. And this is basically also how the name of the EP has become is named after this track, you know, Butcher Chop. And I was thinking about a song, Bubbling Battle Pack. I already thought of that name, but Munchi was like, yeah, really, Bubbling Battle Pack, you know, it sounds so standard and it sounds like this and that. And he was like, no, we gotta change the name. And we're just like throwing random names in the chat on Instagram, and one of us said Chop, and then I think or he said Chop Sound.
Yeah.
And that's the name of the EP. It's because of this song.
That's how it all came
And
together.
yeah, that's how it all came together. Did you get crazy when listening to this fast hi-hat on your headphone?
So crazy, bro. And you know what? See, that's the thing I said to Max. It was like, I think the best thing we could have did is we were hearing it in the headphones for its first time, not just on speakers. Like hearing it in the headphones for the first time was hearing that sound design, and that's why we were going so nuts to it, because we were hearing all these little things that we probably wouldn't have heard at first on speakers. So it's like, oh my God, man.
Bubbling Battle was never created to make a melodic.
Yeah.
It never was there, you know. And even old dancehall songs, the melodic parts of those songs were the vocalists, you know.
Mhm.
They were singing and rapping on it
Yes.
in a different way, and that created the melodies and things in those songs. And I try to do the same thing with this. Don't use too many VSTs and play nice melodies and things
Yeah.
like that. Just use the things that are there and maybe make different parts of the song, make them sing. Like mostly it's the 808 that's doing the melodies over here, and just like the little filler things and the snare melody that following some melody in a vocal. I think that those are the things that making melodies in these kinds of songs.
Definitely. Here we go. So tell me, where does your name come from? That's what I want to know. Where does the ice cream name come from?
Ice cream, yeah. The story is actually kind of lame. I was just living with my parents, and I was just sitting in the garden in like how you call it, a hammock. You know,
Yeah.
I was just laying in there with eating like a ice cream, and just become my name. You know, ice cream. And then I thought, but how can I make it more interesting? You know, and then I did the I with I and like scream with like screaming like that, and that just become it. So yeah, it's ice cream. It's just ice cream. I don't know. I don't have like a
No,
very
that's great. That's great, man.
intense story
It
about
doesn't
it.
have to be. Some people, you know, we just use our names, and like I'm not very creative, so I haven't had anything that's, you know, anything that's like, oh, what a great story either. It's just, you know, my name or something random. So I get it. I totally get it, man. So
Yeah.
what's next, man? Like, where do you go from here? Because I feel like the bar is set so high. Like, what's coming next? I know we spoke about you saying there might be a volume 2, and like,
Yeah,
what's the
there's
path?
there's definitely coming a volume 2. I'm already started working on it on the first song of it. I don't going to show you
No,
that,
no,
but
don't. I don't want to hear it till it's
it
done. I want to
you are
know.
not ready for that. I'm
No,
also not ready for that.
I believe
But
you.
there is a part 2 in the making. It will be kind of like this, but maybe I will try to do a little less sampling, but more like own shit on it. Like
Mm,
do use VSTs,
yeah.
but not just play it, but also like sample it and then chop it again. Because
Mm,
so then it's like my own
it's your own chops.
my own chops, you know.
Hell yeah.
And I guess that's the thing that I want to do next.
That's exciting.
And also like yeah, like work with people, you know, make songs, just keep the creativity going. Because if I stop with this, and I've stopped a lot of times with it, because I keep making music, but it's like when you like not in the flow anymore, it takes like you have to motivate
Yep.
yourself to start up Ableton and things like that. And
Yeah, man.
I know like when I'm actually have started Ableton, you can I'm not going from here, you know. I'm staying here watching at this screen and I'm all into it, and the time just goes by. And you
Yep.
know, when I'm just what time is it now? Like almost 9 o'clock. When I start now,
Yep.
I will end like 4 or 5 a.m. in the
Yep.
morning with these things. And that's also like I think I have to find time to do these things, you know, because I know from myself that I lose track of time and I just keep going at it.
Yeah.
And that
It
that will
happens.
also like hinder your everyday life, you know,
For
because I
sure.
still have to go to work and still have to do like normal people things, you know. And
Yeah.
that's like yeah, you have to find time for it and keep going with it. But projects like these, the man, a lot of people contacted me like, what the hell are you doing? And let's work together. Let's
Yeah,
make shit
man.
together. So I maybe have to go through that list and do things with them, you know, because there's not small names that are talking to me about this shit. It's
You
like
hear that, guys? You
like
hear
the
that,
ghost.
guys? There's gonna be big shit
So
coming. Big
like the
shit
ghost one.
coming. I love it.
Yeah, and for me also like well, yeah, Munchi was basically like on the in the background this whole project, you know. And for me, it's still like unbelievable that things like that happen, because Munchi for me is like one of the huge guys, you know.
Yeah,
Like, he
he
was
is.
there like when he dropped things. I was like, there's no one going to be better than
We all
that
were.
guy.
We all were,
He
bro.
brought Moombah to the yeah. I don't even need to explain it, but Munchi
Yeah,
is
no, for
like
sure.
he's like a real alien. It's like next level what he did. And
Definitely.
most people think like maybe I've get my inspiration from Munchi, but it's not like that. You know, bubbling was there already. It was
It's a
like
thing.
in the 80s. It maybe started like in the 80s or something
Yeah.
like that, and it was there with the cassette tapes. And my inspiration come from that. You know, from the old dance hall songs and from the old tapes
Yeah,
and
man.
things like that. And now I'm making it and now I'm releasing it and now people are seeing what it's all about, you know. And
Yeah, man.
for me it's like why aren't more people doing this? How is it that I am the first one that doing this, you know?
Yeah, man. But even that,
Because
I think.
don't get me
Go ahead.
yeah, don't get me there are bubbling producers right now this day that are producing bubbling battle, but it's not it yeah it's you can't compare it, I guess, with this, you know.
Yeah, it's a totally
This, you
different
know,
animal.
what they are doing is more like the traditional way of doing it, and that's using the sped up finals and
Mm-hmm.
things like that, and just mashing it together. But this not. This is like Yeah.
This is the evolution for me. From listening on the outside, this seems like the evolution of that sound. Like what's to come next? You know, it's just a whole nother level. Honestly,
I hope so, because that will be great, you know. And
Oh, no,
otherwise, I'm
hope it
still
is.
here. I will be doing this shit for as long as I'm here. So
as you should, man. I hope that the next time we sit down and speak, that like it's just, you know, all the fucking respect, all the accolades, all the proper props you deserve. I hope you get them all, man. Like it's really important.
yeah, well, let's see. Well, let's see how it goes.
No, for sure, man. All right, so I want to thank you for your time. You've been amazing, man. Like this is a pleasure to actually sit down with you and talk about these things. Great to see it. And, you know, I hope to hear more stuff, man. I hope to sit down with you again and you tell me some more crazy fucking stories of bubbling and chopping and long nights
Yeah,
of
we'll
working.
do that. Yes, it's a lot of work, but it's nice to do, you know. For me,
Hell
it's not
yeah.
like a punishment to make
No, for
make
sure.
this track, you know. I'm enjoying this a lot, so I will continue to do this. There will be more songs, more things for me, so let's go, man.
Well, stay tuned, man. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, thank you too, man. This amazing show, and what you're doing is great, man.
Appreciate
It's
it,
like
man.
next level.
I appreciate it.
Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle, Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle. Moombah Battle.
Here it is, guys. We waited up until midnight.
Damn.
And we have the first fresh out of FL Studio, fresh link for you guys. This is the Matias 2024 mix. Are you ready?
I thought we were listening to the new soundtrack for the next Blade movie, but I'm with that too.
Blade, the new Daddy Yankee. mixed with
Yeah, hell yeah.
Camilo
We're here for
Santos.
this. We're awake. We're alive. We're ready. for
Fresh. We
this.
got the first link. The first link,
Nah,
fresh from
I'm excited.
Matias in my DMs. We got
Hell
this to this for the first time, guys.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Uh-huh. Oh, you thought Moombah Battle was dead? We never left.
Shout out DJ Mad
Time to light
OD.
this motherfucker up, baby.
Damn.
Hay que prender.
Let's go.
Viniendo desde el underground. Que se aguante.
Dale, Matías.
Oh shit. First drop. Let's go, guys.
Ay, pa' que yo me metí en esto. Dando calor. Ay, Dios santo, me dando calor.
shit.
That's aggressive as fuck.
Nasty.
Yeah. Filthy. Where we at?
Oh, this is track 2,
Where
guys.
we at right now? Oh man. Nah, bro, you need to drop a flex bomb on that. Flex bomb on that. They're not ready.
Shit.
Nah.
Oh my god.
Run it back, bro.
Uh,
Run it back to the build. I have to hear it. 1-800-223-9797.
Yo, nobody in Mexico knows what we're talking about. Only in New York. It's a New York thing.
Over here, somewhere on the screen.
Yeah, it'll be here. It'll be here. Funk Flex is in the building right now with DJ Matia.